Shalom. Kahanai Ngaya Halabashim Yahushai Bashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who were well shown to the 144,000, the one-third remnant men, women, and children of the whole for elect Shalom. This is the brother Gabar Yash coming back at you in another lesson. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Lord one, I pray this let's be edifying and straight to the point. And like this video said, that was put up by the brother Arrows of Indignation. So it begins. Yeah. And we told you. And by mid-April, Babylon is in trouble, man. Gasoline will be running out. Okay? They're going to run out of gas. They're going to run out of diesel fuel. All that, man. Which means it's going to bring everything to a damn halt. Okay? Okay? Your trucks are not going to be able to deliver the, food to the grocery stores and basic necessities. People are not going to be able to go to work, travel, or do anything. Everything is just about to come to a halt here in Babylon, the Great America. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to play a little bit of this video. Okay. Let's read the title of the video. All right. It says, so it begins, gas stations run out of gas in Babylon. And that's going to lead to a lot of crazy shit going down, man. Okay. From gas, riots, people going to be fighting over gas real soon, man. So, yeah. Times and days are speeding up. So without further ado, let's play a little bit of this video. And I also got an article on this same subject. So without further ado, here we go.
Also, new at 6, problems at the pump. For the first time since the war with Iran began, we've discovered that some South Florida gas stations are running out of fuel. We found one offering just premium gasoline. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench is your reporter live in West Miami-Dade. And Peter, you spoke to an expert and drivers about the shortage.
That's right, Lauren. We can tell you it's a problem that the manager of this gas station says just started today. He says the supply is limited. He hopes this issue can be resolved soon.
That is not fair. That is not good for us.
Duperly Panzone says she was startled to find out there was only premium gasoline at this Exxon station on Coral Way at Southwest 87th Avenue.
You're not going to pay for premium.
No, that is very expensive.
Reluctantly, Rachel Ruseko did pay for premium.
I wasn't expecting that. I knew the price was going really high, but I didn't know that they were running out of gas.
At Southwest
Yeah. And that's what's going to basically be at these gas stations, man. They're not going to have the low-cost gas. They're going to have the high-cost gas. Just like, when the grocery stores run out of food. They're going to buy the really cheap stuff and leave the expensive stuff for the rest of the people to buy, man. And people are not going to be able to afford it. Same thing is trickling down with the gas, man. So, man, let's get a scripture, man. We're in some very, very serious times, man. We really are. So here we go. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. Let's get straight to the point. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. Yeah. And with the gas prices continuing to rise and the diesel prices continuing to rise, they're going to cut back on the traveling, man. All you people that, like to have your food delivered to you, Uber Eats and all this other stuff, man, DoorDash, yeah. That's going to come to a halt. Man, it's over with, man. Babylon is through. And hey, you have who to blame for. Who's to blame for all of this stuff? Yeah, no other than Esau, even the so-called white man. That orange puff, cheesy puff man who's in charge. And along with his, what's that, Department of War, P. Heseth, that racist piece of shit. Yeah, a lot of people are about to be pointing the finger at Esau, and they already are. So it's over with, man. Let's get back to the video.
I didn't know that they were running out of gas.
At Southwest 9th Street and 87th Avenue, the picture was bleaker, with no gasoline at all at this Shell station.
Damn.
I guess I gotta go to another gas station.
It was the same story in Coral Gables at this
Going to another gas station, they also gonna be out of gas as well, man. Babylon the Great America is in trouble. Yeah.
Star Station at Coral Way and 57th Avenue.
So this is Jacksonville, Florida. Not only did I watch this go up from $3.99 to $3.29 today, but I pulled in to get some gas. But the problem is there is no gas. You go to every pump in the station, and they are completely out. I went inside and I asked the attendant, and he said, "We're not expecting any anytime soon," quote,
Damn.
because of the war.
Damn.
I drove down the street to another.
It's over. That's all I can say, man. It is over with. It's over. Get ready to see gas riots, man. Then it's gonna trickle down to food riots. Everything the men of the Lord have been telling you, hey, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and of course the speckled Israelites that are scattered amongst the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, man. These days are coming, and they are here now. They ain't coming no more. The prophecies are being fulfilled. They're jumping off the pages now, literally. Okay? We told you these days were coming. Okay? And they are here. They ain't coming no more. They're not at the door. They are here.
Gas station, and they were also out of gas. Now, look, granted, this is a more of a locally owned mom and pop station. I have to assume that some of the larger gas stations in the area would still have gas, but at least in Jacksonville, still relatively cheap according to the national average. But we just don't have any gas to put in the tank. So, not sure who actually voted for this, but it wasn't for me.
I'm trying to tell you guys about the damn gas and the gas stations running out of fuel. Look at this right here. I'm in Naples, and I'm at my local racetrack, and guess what? They don't have the damn fuel. So now I gotta go to...
Someone told me if this is normal, because we're in the Florida Keys right now. We just attended Easter morning service. We are on our way home. However, the service that we went to is about an hour from our campground. So we had to drive a ways, and we need gas on the way home. We've been to 2 gas stations that have been completely out of gas. Is this normal? Like, we have to get gas in order to make it back to our campground. Like,
damn.
Is it normal for gas stations to run out of gas in the Florida Keys?
And the crisis begins. So some gas stations in Florida have announced that they have run out of gas. In case y'all don't know, the United States does have a lot of oil, but we produce light oil, and our oil refineries process heavy oil. So we can't even process the oil we're getting out of the ground that we have. We have to send that over to other countries to process, because our plants only process the heavy oil, like from Venezuela. So now a lot of people don't realize that the gas that we put in our car is a combination of different oils that create the gas we use. And some of those gases come from the Middle East. So
Western Asia, basically. All right. There's no such thing as the Middle East. Okay. That's Western Asia. Okay. And all throughout Asia, basically. So, and with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, man, and not going to be reopening, and Trump making all these threats to Iran to blow up Iran, send Iran back to the, the Stone Ages and all this bullshit. Yeah, but look, Iran is not budging, man. America is getting their ass whipped by Iran. Okay, and I heard that Iran shot down some type of helicopter or plane or something, man. But yeah, with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, man, we told you the gas prices about to skyrocket, and eventually they're gonna run out of gas. Yeah, so that means no fuel for the air traveling, no fuel for buses, cabs, None of that. Your traveling is about to be restricted to basically either walking or riding a bicycle, basically. Yeah. Cars are about to be parked. And this is all being done by design, man. This is all by design. Why? Because they want these people in these electric cars. And them electric cars cost a lot. Okay? And when the lights go out, then what? You ain't gonna be able to charge your electric car, your electric vehicle. When the lights go out, man, yeah. Let me get a scripture, man. And we're gonna come back and play a little bit more of this, and we're gonna, read that article, man. And man, what scripture I was about to get? Damn, I was about to get a scripture. What scripture I was about to get? Oh, con. Excuse me. No, that's the wrong one. Jeremiah 51, verse 7. No, let's read that. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shemi outside hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over wine, therefore the nations are mad. The nations are basically tired of Babylon, man. And the nations are about to be pointing their fingers at Babylon, man. The EU and NATO nations. These nations are about to turn on Babylon, and Babylon and Israel are going to be two nations basically against the whole world. And even America is not going to be able to help Israel. Yeah, because Israel, those small hats, drugged America into this third world war, man, against Iran. So, yeah, America about to be standing on his own. Because America about to have his own problem with the riots coming, with the food riots, the gas riots, all types of shit, man. All types of chaos. Jacob's trouble, man. Shit hitting the fan. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaching unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So the sins of this place have reached into the ears of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai is bringing down Babylon as we speak, man. Calling like Yahweh Shemi Shai. We almost out of this bitch. And good. Let this shit continue. Hey, let it continue, man. Please let it continue. Hey, the phone chimed on that one. Let it continue, bro. Let it continue. Let's go. We hope things get a lot worse than this. Let me get another scripture before we go back to the list. The video. Slonky. Because we're coming into some very, very dangerous and serious times now. The evil's about to multiply. Let's go here. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince standing for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone shall be found written in the book. And that's the elect. Okay? All right? The elect is going to be saved out of these times, man, that we're coming into. So without further ado, let's go back to the video. Let's do a little bit more. Okay?
Gas we use, and some of those gases come from the Middle East. So we are now starting to see the crisis that's already hit Australia. Australia's already had shortages, so now it's starting to happen in the United States. And
exactly. Everything starts somewhere else before it hits here. And it's going to be way, way worse than the other places, okay? In Malaysia, I saw an article. In Malaysia, okay, people are now starting to work from home. So now, yeah, you people that was going to work and all that, you're going to have to work from home again now, man. Traveling is going to be restricted. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere.
Florida. And it's going to spread because Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth have yet to actually put in mitigation measures. They never had any mitigation measures ready to go before they decided to strike Iran, knowing that they could very, very easily close the Strait of Hormuz. But here we are. So let's hope that this doesn't hit every other city at a large rate. But
It is. And it's going to hit every state. All 50 states. Babylon, all that Babylon, man, it's about to be hit, including the rest of the world. So, yeah, get ready for times of trouble. Okay? Yeah.
probably will, because we all depend on gas to get to work, because
Hmm.
oil and gas companies destroyed all public transit to the
Mm-hmm.
point where we really can't rely on it on mass, like on heavy levels, to get us to work. So we're just going to see where this goes. So I'm hoping y'all are, surviving and able to put gas in.
Yeah. All right, let's go from here to here. Okay? Because hey, we're here now, man. There's no turning back. Okay? And I'm not gonna read this article. This pretty much covers what the video covered basically. All right. There we go. All right. As you can see, it says South Florida gas stations are reporting gas shortages as price continue to increase due to Iran war. And that's gonna trickle down to every state you live in, man. I don't care what state you're in. Yeah. So here we go. Okay. So I'm actually read this paragraph here, and we're gonna get a few more scriptures. We're gonna wrap it up. It says gas stations across South Florida are beginning to feel the strain of a global conflict playing out thousands of miles away. For the first time since the war with Iran began, some stations in excuse me, and in the region have reported running out of fuel or limiting customers to higher price options, a situation driven largely by supply disruptions and a surge in demand linked to panic buying. Yeah, that's all you need to read here. I'll put the rest in the description box, man. But as you can see, yep, here we go. Let's go back to Second Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 14, straight to the point. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. This scripture here is about to literally jump off the pages. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. People are going to be fighting over gas, food, medicine, anything, water, whatever. Here we go. Okay. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People are going to take matters into their own hands, man. That's, let's say, I did a lesson last night. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Okay. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You won't be able to travel pretty soon. You're traveling, it's about to be grounded. Planes about to be grounded. Cars going to be parked to save on gas. Yeah. Basically, it's going to be like 2020, man. This is 2020 happening all over again with the whole C situation, man. The C-19 situation. Yeah. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7, Daniel 12:1. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here now. There's no turning back. Let's get one last scripture. I'm going to end it with this scripture here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows. We're in the beginning of sorrows and the great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? We're in the beginning of evils. That's why it pays to be circumspect. Pay attention to your surroundings. Like it tells you in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, 16. Redeem the time because the days are evil. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay? 2/3 of our people are not paying attention to prophecies. They're not paying attention to the men of the Lord. And hey, like it says in Ezekiel 33, verse 33, when these things begin to come to pass, glory will come. Then thou shalt know that a prophet had been among them. You finding out that a true prophet was among you now. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Those victuals represents the food, man. And even food prices about to skyrocket on account of these trucks are not going to be able to get the food to the grocery stores and the supermarkets. Everything is about to skyrocket, from restaurant food, fast food, grocery store food, everything. Everything is about to skyrocket, man. Okay? And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay? So we're here now. There's no turning back with this. So let's see, anything else I had? Nope, that's it, man. I'm gonna end it here. So Lord, we're gonna pray this lesson was edifying and straight to the point. Call Hulain La Yahal Bashim Yao Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom till next time. Kwam Yasharanga. Wa Abba Babal. Shalom.